Do you want to know how to win friends and influence people? I have made a list on the 10 simple things you can do right now, inspired by Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. The first one is to actively listen. Listen to what people have to say. Carnegie starts off the book by actually talking about the importance of understanding human psychology and social interactions. One fundamental thing you can do is never criticize somebody. Instead, what you can do is show your appreciation to them. So what I want you to do is practice the golden rule. Treat others how you would like to be treated. Simply put, if you would like to receive from other people, you must give that first. If you want love, kindness, respect, you have to be willing to give that to other people. If you want people to feel a good energy around you, you have to give that energy and radiate that within yourself first. You have to embody empathy, understanding, and compassion when you are interacting with these types of people. The next thing you can do is to actually smile. Show them that you're a warm and friendly person, and this instantly lets the other person let their guard down, which you need to have. The third thing you need to do is memorize people's name. Make people feel special and that you know exactly who you are talking to. This feels like you've known the person for longer than you may have, and as well as builds that rapport. By using someone's name, it shows a sense of respect that you have. Find common ground, look for shared interests you might have, and also learn to engage with the stories that they tell and emphasize on how you relate to their stories. The next thing you need to focus on is appealing to other people's interests. What is in it for other people? Why should they do what you tell them to do? The next thing you need to focus on is praising people publicly and rarely criticizing them, especially not in public. When persuading or influencing people, think about what is in it for them and their benefits. Focus on cultivating a positive and exciting conversation. The 10th thing you need to focus on is practicing empathy and showing compassion to what that other person might be going through. With these 10 lessons, you can inspire a good relationship with the people around you. I know it does take time to build and strengthen a relationship, but there will be highs and lows with any interaction. So I highly recommend that you always have a positive outlook on the friendships and relationships that you have. And another essential thing you can do is practicing the skill of persuasion. Persuasion is not about manipulation. It is actually about inspiring people to share a common goal and getting them to feel that energy within them to do what they need to do. Persuasion is an essential skill that you need to learn for your personal and your professional life. How can you talk to people in the right tone, manner, and use the correct words? Dale provides valuable insights on how to get people to agree with your point of view and see things how you see them. When seeking to influence other people, make sure you share a common ground with them. Make sure you're on the same level. Make sure that they can relate to you. By framing your arguments in a way that you share mutual goals, you then have so much power and leverage over them where they can greatly understand your point of view. You increase the likelihood of their support when you share mutual goals. Remember that effective persuasion is a win-win situation. What does the other person get out of the situation, and what are you getting out of the situation? You need to learn how to be a leader. Change people's point of view without making them resent you and without giving off offense. You have to say things in a delicate way, especially know who you talk to. Who are you talking to? Carnegie emphasizes the importance of giving praise and appreciation, because nobody will ever support you or stay on your side if they never feel the gratitude and the appreciation coming from you. People already have so much self-doubt and fear going on in their own minds. They don't need more constant negative energy and being exposed publicly by more criticism. So understand that People are only trying the best that they already know. So if you have more support and guidance to help somebody get better, share it in a loving and kindful way. You need to focus on solutions rather than dwelling on their mistakes, and don't always point their mistakes and make it a personal thing and diminish their character. This is the fastest way where you can make enemies and completely break the trust and the support from other people if you attack their character. This approach fosters a growth-orientated environment, and it cultivates so much supportiveness within the community that you feel like you can trust somebody. If you say you've made a mistake, you feel like you can open up to them. You feel like you can have more productive conversations because you feel like they won't come down on you as hard, because they speak with a level of respect and understanding that we're humans, we are going to make mistakes, and it's not about the mistakes we've made, it's actually about how we're constantly trying to improve. You need to know how to properly have discussions without arguing and without complaining. Conflict resolution is so essential. It is an essential skill when building strong relationships and connections. Everybody has ups and downs. Everybody has bad days and good days. Carnegie offers us practical and good ways and strategies that we can handle these conflicts with grace and be more supportive to the person. We need to be more compassionate to what other people are going through, and we need to show them our empathy, our respect, and talk to them with a good tone of voice, good body language, and make sure that they feel heard and they feel the compassion coming within. Take the time to actively listen to what the other person is saying. Ask them relevant questions that make sense. Share your own experience with what they have just said, and make sure they feel heard, valued, and respected. This is the #1 way to get people to like you, and don't be afraid to throw in a joke here and there. It literally lowers people's guard down, and you need people's guard down when they're around you. You cannot build a safe space around people who constantly feel like they have to have their guard up. One principle you need to know is you need to avoid arguments as much as possible and show respect anywhere you can. During complaints or problems or arguments, it is so essential to understand and have more compassion in the situation by giving people also sometimes the benefit of the doubt. Not letting people walk over you, but understanding that you can handle things in a more graceful way. It's also about understanding the other people's perspective and trying to get in their head why they do the things that they do. Seek understanding before you try and jump to conclusions about other people's lives. Demonstrate a willingness to understand and help people with their own problems. This is the fastest way you can gain respect, support, and loyalty from other people. You'll simply build trust and strengthen your relationships when you can learn how to stop arguing, stop complaining, show more gratitude, show more respect to the other person, and listen to them. It's simply that. You need to cultivate a positive attitude and use enthusiasm. Nobody wants to talk to somebody who has nothing interesting or fascinating or engaging to say. You have to use your body language, your tone of voice. You have to be specific on the words that you use, and understanding how this all plays out in your interaction and how you come across to other people. You want to leave people with a good feeling after your interaction. It is not about what you say to other people, but it's actually about the feeling you leave them at the end of the interaction. So start focusing more on the emotions, how you make people feel. Whether it's a casual conversation or a business meeting, know that optimism is contagious. You need to have an optimistic point of view when it comes to everything in life. You need to be supportive and know that the worst is not really the worst, because there will always be a solution to that problem. You need to be more optimistic, because this will instantly draw other people to your ideas and make them feel at ease when they're in your presence. Remember that positivity is a magnet for success. The more positive you are, the more people you attract, the more people want to be around you. You need to laugh more, you need to smile more, you need to make people feel good in your presence. Learn to be genuine. Authenticity is the fastest way that you can build trust and strengthen your relationship by showing people your vulnerable points. This offers them something that they can actually relate to, because we're all human, we all make mistakes, we all have good days and bad days, highs and lows. But it's actually in those stories when you say, oh, you made a mistake, that actually strengthens your relationship and your trust with somebody else, because they start to look at the vulnerable side to you. They get a better picture of who you really are. So it really is so important to come off as an authentic person, because the fastest way to repel other people is by coming off as a fake person, because it instantly makes people put their guard up. They feel like they can't trust you, they feel like they can't open up to you. So learn to use your vulnerability. The next thing you can do is to actually smile and offer compliments. Offer compliments. Say what's beautiful about the other person. Say what's positive about your day. Tell them what the best part of your day was. Practice humility. By admitting mistakes, you instantly build a connection with somebody. By showing humility, you instantly make the other people feel like they can relate to you more, which is a good thing. Don't forget to share your personal stories. Show people how they can relate to you, how you are similar like them. The next thing you need to do is to be reliable, because if you're not reliable, people can't trust you. And the number one way to destroy a relationship is by destroying the trust. If people can't trust you when you say you're going to be doing a certain thing, this instantly just breaks your relationship, because you don't know where you stand with that person. Honor your commitments and be dependable. Know that when you say something, you do that thing. Be curious, treat other people with respect, dignity, and give other people the benefit of the doubt. You need to learn how to nurture people over time. This will surely enhance your relationships and creating a more fulfilling and peaceful life. No matter what you accomplish in your life, all of it means nothing when you don't have a connection, when you don't have a friendship, when you don't have a relationship with other people. We're social beings. We need to be able to rely on our connection and our love for one another. No matter what you accomplish in this life, it will go unnoticed and it will feel empty if you don't have other people to smile when you need them to smile. You don't have other people to laugh when you need them to laugh. You don't have other people to share your amazing adventures with. It's empty.